Back-to-back wins, back-to-back clean sheets. Surely you must feel good about that.
Yes, very proud of the group. We dug in today and defended very well, and I thought we had a few more chances maybe in transition that we could have picked up another goal, but wasn't to be. But we defended it out, and I thought it was a fairly clinical sort of road performance, if you will.
Sebastian Giovinco with an incredible goal, must be MLS Goal of the Week quality. He is playing with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. He hits a lot of those free kicks at the end of training, and we'll sit around and kind of laugh as we watch the ball knuckle and move all over the place, and our goalkeeper's guessing. So I feel for their goalkeeper. I know what it looks like when that ball's coming at you, but we're happy that he sunk one, and it was the difference. But he's a phenomenal player, especially with space when he gets out running, and he had some other chances over the course of the game as well. So, but he's definitely catching his form now.
Chris Konopka getting his first professional start in quite some time. Did he play above reasonable expectations?
No, I thought he played great. I thought he did everything that was asked of him today. I think he got a finger on the one that hit the crossbar, which was important, and then he made a couple plays on crosses that I think were very important as well, in terms of a couple punches and one grab in particular that ended a little bit of pressure. So for Chris, I thought it was an excellent night for him and a great sort of season debut, if you will.
Do you think you guys could have made the game easier on yourselves with all the squandered chances in the first half? Family probably should have scored a sitter, and there were just some missed chances. I think the game could have been a lot easier for you guys. Do you think?
Absolutely. Between the missed chances and the few times where we really sort of rushed attacks, where maybe we defended for a stretch and we didn't need to rush it, but we needed to hold possession a little bit in their half of the field and give our defensive group a little bit of a break. Just finding a little bit of balance there would have been nice. I think it would have made it easier on us. But yes, the missed chances will put a little bit of pressure on us defensively. But those things happen. I mean, our attack was scoring a lot of goals early, and we were giving away goals. So it was good for the defensive group to grit one out tonight.
You look at this whole 7 games that you've been away from home, and you finally get to go home, and we look historically at kind of what some teams have done after trips like this early, and this may be among the best actually. But 2 weeks ago, it looked very different. How important was it to end this trip, this very long trip, in the way you've ended it?
Huge. Yes. To corroborate what you said, I think it's the best finish that any team has had off of a stretch on the road in terms of picking up 3 wins and 9 points. If I'm being picky, we probably should have picked up a few more points on the road. But to sort of flip the script after losing 4 games and really lock down sort of defensively, and to come away with 2 wins to build some momentum was all we talked about going home, because we have this beautiful new stadium that's about to open up, and it'll be packed with 30,000 people, and we're looking forward to feeding off the energy of our fans and our crowd, because to be fair, it's been kind of boring on the road, always in front of everybody else's fans, minus the traveling fans that we have that we hear, but it's going to be fantastic to be in front of our home crowd in our home stadium.
Was there any, 2 weeks ago when you're heading to Orlando, was there any sense that you needed at least 3 more points of these next 2 matches to kind of stop the bleeding before you had gotten here, and just as much as we've talked about that history in the past, a lot of teams have gone through similar things, but
sure. Our goal was 6 points, which we got, but we knew the most important thing was that we stopped conceding goals, and if we stopped conceding goals, we knew we were creating chances. So that was the focus, and so we locked down defensively. And we continued to create chances. In terms of what our objective was, whether it was 2 draws or 1 win and a draw, it was really honestly about us defending better as a unit, and if we did that, we knew we'd give ourselves chances to win games.
Us up in the press box, we think we know everything, but it looked like the goal was kind of the non-goal. The goal that was called back was like a 50-50 call. So nice to maybe benefit from something like that, especially on the road for once, given what you guys have been through this season with refereeing.
Sure. I didn't see the replay. I'm not sure. So if you say so, but yes, because we felt like we've had some 50-50s and maybe not even 50-50s not go our way over 7 games on the road. So ultimately, the referees are responsible for making calls, and we're responsible for making plays, and we'll take it any way we get it.
Ashton Morgan's 100th appearance just continues to, I guess, develop. Went away for a little while under Ryan Nelson, and now he's back. What can you say about him and how he seems to get better every game?
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of Ashton and his performances. He came into preseason very motivated, We built up his confidence because I think he's a good player. I've always thought Ashton was a good player from the day he came into the league. I was impressed with him. But a lot of times players just need, some confidence and need to work on a few things in their game that can really sort of change their fortune. And for Ash, he's listened, and one of the things we asked him to do is not be so overly aggressive. He's so quick, he's so hard to beat that if he just didn't give up his space so often, and so that he would be very, very good at what he does. And he's listened and he's applied and he keeps getting better. And I'm proud of him for being the first TFC player to hit 100 matches. We saluted him before the game, and it was, I know, a great feeling for him to get a W on this day.
What did you guys do before the game for him? Just give him a high five, a pat on the butt, or?
Well, I acknowledged it. I acknowledged him before the game within the group, and the group gave him a round of applause as we got ready to go out on the field. And then he'll get his just rewards after the game. Now that we won, everybody feels a little bit better. I'm sure there'll be something waiting for him.
What happens when Mark Bloom comes back? I mean, I guess you'd think more maybe would come back to the left, but at the same time, with Ashton playing so well, do you keep things the same? Do you keep a left back on the right side, I guess?
The way I see it, when Mark comes back, he's going to have to fight for a position, and it's going to have to prove that we're a better team with him at right back than we are in the current setting. So, that's up to Mark, and we keep playing. As long as we're getting results, I don't see too many changes happening. It just doesn't make sense for us to mix it up. But everybody that's stepping up has done a great job, and when I have to get to that point and have to make that decision, we'll see what goes then.